Welcome back, guys, it's Apex Predator here. So this is the final round, round 8 of the Manufacturers Championship, season 2 of course. So this race was 6 laps of Circuit de la Sarthe, Le Mans, using Group 3 cars. It's manufacturers, so I'm in the Ferrari 458. Qualifying again was pretty poor. I think my lap time wasn't under the 4-minute mark. It was about 4:02 or 5 or something. I think we're starting 15th. There we go, it's starting 15th, not the greatest, but I'm going to kick it straight into fuel saving mode, as you can see. Just 2, so it's the start of the race. I don't want to go too crazy with it and end up getting swarmed, but I should easily be able to just sneak a bit of fuel saving in here, because I know I'm faster than this. That qualifying lap was completely bought by trying to serve a penalty, and it just wouldn't tick down when I was expecting it to. I can't remember, I think it was a yellow flag or something when I was trying to serve it. I just lost so much time trying to serve this little penalty, and I should have just tried to serve it at the end of the lap. So anyway, there you go, qualifying excuse out of the way, but I did have a pretty good pace in the session. I was matching Ivan for most of the lap, so he's just trying to serve that penalty that bought me. But as I say, that's not too bad. It means we should have a pretty good pace. Like I said, if I get some fuel saving in early doors, we should be able to create a bit of an advantage towards the end of the race. And I wasn't feeling too bad about this race. Obviously, I don't enjoy driving this car when tyre wear is a factor, but I was thinking Circuit de la Sarthe is pretty much, the whole lap's pretty much just a straight, so as long as I take it easy in the braking zones, don't take too much out of the tyres there, and obviously you've got the Porsche curbs and the Indianapolis S's, corners like that towards the latter half of the lap, they will take a bit out of your tyres, but the first half of the lap, you're not really taking much out of your tyres at all, so I wasn't feeling too bad as we get very crowded through here. Just let this guy go, I don't want to try and go side by side too early on, don't want no penalties. So what, I think I might still be on fuel map 2 here, or if I kicked it to 1 to try and make up some ground, and then we can kick back to 2 once we sort of get past this little group. Not too sure. Very early lift, but doesn't matter. Better safe than sorry, and also you're getting added benefits of a little bit of fuel saving. So, and you're still in the tow, so you'll be able to make the ground back up. So I would advocate an early lift in a long race like this, where you're close to the car in front. It's a hard braking point. Don't know why he wasn't going anywhere there. Forgot about that. So yeah, 10-second penalty. That's disappointing. But again, like the trophy race at Suzuka, it's my own fault, isn't it, for not qualifying well enough. This is what happens when you mess up qualifying. You end up just tripping up over everybody else at the back of the grid. That's a big penalty as well. We're getting onto the half of the lap where the 458 is very good, mid-engine, through these fast sweepers. Very nice through here. Don't push it too hard because you want to try and make your tyres last, especially in this car. Right, still in fuel lap 2, so we're still getting some good fuel saving in. And the reason I'm doing this is because I messed up the qualifying. I already know that I'm going to be going slowly behind traffic, so I may as well use less fuel to do that, you know. No point using maximum fuel if I can't get maximum lap time out of it, you know what I mean? Having to lift or brake earlier or trip up over other cars, there's no point using your maximum fuel. So we kick it to 3 through here. It's not a bad idea. I'm going to want it flipped back again for the straight, I'd say. Unless I can just about keeping the slipstream. Yeah, kick it back to 1 just to pick up the slipstream back up again, and then we can drop it back down again once we're a bit closer. Or go for the overtake. That's what I'm thinking here. So up into 9th, pretty good considering where we started, but I mean I should have qualified probably around here if not higher, so it's not completely unexpected. And the Ferrari is quick here as well. Until the tyres go. Yeah, because I had pretty much the whole first lap fuel saving in map 2, it means that I can drive this second lap a bit quicker, whereas what's probably happening is most people would have been driving the first lap quicker, and now this is sort of, they're getting into the fuel management, fuel saving phase. So, good strategy here for me, I'd say. Save the fuel and go slow when you don't have an empty track to do anything with the fuel, and then kick it up a little bit when you've got some free space and the opportunity to take advantage of other people using their fuel saving stints. So, not a bad strategy. The race is going pretty well so far. Plenty of fuel left, got about a lap and a half to go until the end of the first stint. And look, I tried to serve that penalty, and then look, yellow flag. So I lost loads of time there, and loads of positions. Look at it, everyone's piling past. But I mean, I had to serve, I had a 10-second penalty, I had to serve it sooner or later. And with the how harsh this circuit is on slight track abuse, I think it was a good move to try and scrub it, because it was only going to build up, and as soon as it gets over 10, you know what I mean, it's going to keep incrementing more. So I did need to serve it, just got unlucky with that yellow flag, I think. Well, I got unlucky with the penalty, full stop, in my opinion. I was not expecting that car to be so slow where he was, but that's the way it is. And like I said earlier, it's my own fault for not qualifying well enough. a bit more fuel saving. So, I think I was around 7th when I decided to try and serve that penalty, and we dropped loads of places. And look, I still have the penalty, so lost a lot of ground. And like I say, I still have it, so I still have to do the same again, stop somewhere and try and serve it. So definitely killed the race, really. End of the first stint though, tyres starting to lose performance, so I need to be a little bit careful. Really struggle with the Ferrari through there, just because it's turning quite hard and then brake, and this Ferrari is so loose when you turn it in. Especially when the tyres start to go. Right into the pits. Careful here. I think he would have spun if he hadn't just entered the pit entrance animation there. So I think he got away with that. So you can see our fuel management, pretty good. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. So on the TGT, the analog sticks move by themselves a little bit. So I'm there smashing, yep, stop refueling, stop refueling, stop refueling. But the cursor sort of moved off the button, and then it's really hard to get it back on it because you hit down and it will sort of drop on it, and then it starts to move off it again. So lost a lot of time there because I couldn't stop refueling. I shouldn't need to do any fuel saving this stint after that pit stop. And there's a go-kart race in Season 2. Can't wait for that. Obviously in Nations. I think it's round 3, I want to say. Something around there. Early August. It's at Tsukuba, 20 odd laps. 125 shifter. Really looking forward to that. It's going to be the first time where I've been able to race people with that and they're not going to be using counter steer, which is going to be a big deal for me because I don't use counter steer in the cars, but I know that most people who drive it do, so I think I should have a good round there. And the penalties are better now as well, so whenever the karts have been available in either the FIA or daily races, it's been under the old penalty system, which just does not work for karts because you bump draft all the time in karts, and little taps here and there are fairly common, although it's still a no contact sport, of course. With the slipstream and people using control pads and all the rest of it, it's unavoidable, so I think that will go a lot better under this new penalty system, so I'm quite looking forward to that as we nip it up the inside of the Lancer there. But can I slow it down enough? Very tricky with the Ferrari. That's the weakest part of the whole circuit for me there. Really struggle in this car. Just that one corner there. The rest of the track's fine, really. I really like the Porsche curves coming up. It's just that one corner, Indianapolis it's called, really fast right-hander. Really struggle in the 458 through there. And yeah, it's just the tyre wear. It is just the tyre wear. But I suppose I need to practice it more because for a lot of other people who drive for Ferrari, they manage to drive the Group 3 car fine. So I'm doing something wrong. I think it's just the lack of practice. That and I'm not fast enough, but I'm not ready to admit that yet. Except I am. I miss it all the time. But I mean, we're doing okay here, considering. Still got that bloody penalty though. That as well, that's the only other place where the Ferrari cams get away from you, just turning into that first part of the chicane there. It's just weight transfer, isn't it? That's the main problem it has. It's just a bit too wobbly. That's also why it struggles as soon as the tyres go, because it just wants to wobble all the time and lean on the tyres to corner. Seems to be catching up this little pack of cars in front. That's where I got my penalty in qualifying. Pretty much just that as well. So that corner is such a bitch to try and do without a penalty. You can't take too much of the inside curve. You certainly can't take too much of the exit curve. You have to just get it perfect, but very tricky to do. Alright, definitely catching them up, but as I said, getting towards the corner that I struggle with the most in this car. Look how cautious I am. trying to serve a bit of a penalty as well, because you used to be able to tick off penalties quite well into that corner, but they seem to have caught onto it. So you used to be able to just lift on the approach and you'd be able to burn a penalty quite easily, but not the case. Approaching the corners, but I do enjoy roading the car. I feel pretty quick through here on the 458. It might actually be one of the quickest cars through these corners, actually. Just see it starting to slide a bit, which is fine, but with the tyre wear, it just means it's taking too much out of its tyres. Serve the penalty. Right. Penalty free, those guys have penalties. I should be able to catch them up a little bit as well, so things are still looking okay here. Just get ready to go on to the last lap, I think. Loads of fuel, way too much fuel in fact, because remember I couldn't stop it refueling. You see it start to just go a little bit. It's just whenever you lean on it, it just takes too much out of its tyres. So they're really starting to go there. I noticed it watching this back through that corner. It nearly went there. Back left tyre, I'd say, seems to be causing some problems. Gonna lean on it again here. And she's gone. And then as soon as that happens, you've taken too much out of the tyres, as soon as they slide across the track like that. What a shame. What a shame. Yeah, just a bit more practice, I think. Just needed a bit more practice. The pace was kind of good, sort of, nearly, almost. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. Had enough to work with there, I think. Could have got a way better result. But never mind. Never mind. And we're not done yet, by the way. It gets a lot worse. So because I take too much out of the tyres after that spin, the car just becomes undrivable, really. Which is strange, because in previous Gran Turismos, the cars were still drivable. You could have 90% tyre wear, and you could still get that car to the end of the race. I've done endurance races in the Mazda R8 7B on the Nürburgring with hard tyres, with 3-4 times as much tyre wear as this, and I could drive that car to the end of the lap. Not fine, it was hard, but it was doable. Whereas it seems in this game, you get like 15% tyre wear in the Ferrari and the car just is on ice. You can't drive it. It's bizarre. So we're just hemorrhaging lap time now. Hemorrhaging lap time and hemorrhaging points. Left, right and centre. So again, pretty shocking. It's just the last lap there. I'd say, apart from that penalty in lap 1, I'd say this race went okay, pretty good, not bad, right up until the last lap. And yeah, I guess just the tyre wear just caught me off guard. And then once you have one spin, that's it. You've taken too much out, and you just can't do anything. Trying to service penalty. There we go. I had to practically stop on one of the fastest corners, which again is strange. I thought the lift would have been plenty to start it ticking, but it wasn't. So pretty rubbish. End of the manufacturers as well. I think it's going to be a half of the season to forget. But anyway, never mind. Season 3 starts in about 10 days. So take a little break, get some time off, and then come back strong. So round 1 of the manufacturers is going to be Group 4 Dragon Trail Gardens, and round 1 of the nations is going to be Group 3 at Brands Hatch. They will be in a week or so, week and a half-ish. So I'll see you guys then. I might have something in the meantime, actually. Never know. Maybe even a daily race or some kind of karting in the lobbies. We'll see. We'll see. But alright guys, there you go. That was the end of both of my seasons. I think they both started better than they ended. But I mean, it's all good practice for this third season. So there we go guys. I hope you're doing well, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you. Bye.